Before diving into the top 10 misunderstood autistic habits, let's clarify how these behaviors were selected. The list is based on clinical relevance, meaning these are habits that professionals frequently observe and discuss. We also considered how often these habits are misinterpreted by others, and how well each one helps explain the autistic experience. The ranking starts with more general or less specific behaviors, and moves toward traits that are distinctly characteristic of autism. This approach ensures a comprehensive understanding, from broad tendencies to the most unique aspects of autistic life. By the end, you'll see how each habit fits into the bigger picture and why they matter. As we move through the list, you'll notice a progression from habits that might seem familiar or even universal, to those that are uniquely tied to the autistic experience. This structure helps highlight not just what these habits are, but why they're often misunderstood. We'll start with broader behaviors and gradually focus in on the most distinct autistic traits. This way you'll gain a clearer sense of both the diversity and specificity of autistic habits, setting the stage for a deeper dive into each one. Let's begin with number 10, extreme sensory sensitivity. Many autistic individuals experience either heightened or reduced sensitivity to sensory input like sounds, textures, or smells. Unlike typical sensory processing, the autistic nervous system often lacks the usual filtering mechanisms. This means everyday environments can become overwhelming, causing real distress and exhaustion. It's not about being picky or antisocial. Sensory overload is a genuine physical experience. Understanding this can help shift perceptions from judgment to empathy, recognizing the invisible challenges faced daily. Sensory overload isn't just uncomfortable, it can be truly debilitating. Imagine trying to focus while every sound, light, or texture feels amplified. For autistic people, this can lead to shutdowns or meltdowns, which are often misunderstood as overreactions. The exhaustion that follows is not laziness, but the body's response to constant sensory bombardment. Recognizing this helps us see why accommodations like quiet spaces or noise-canceling headphones are so important for autistic well-being. Coming in at number 9 is the rigid need for routine and predictability. For many autistic individuals, routines aren't just preferences, they're essential scaffolding that helps manage an overwhelming cognitive load. Predictable patterns reduce anxiety and provide a sense of control in a world that often feels chaotic. When routines are disrupted, it's not about being inflexible or controlling. Instead, it's a genuine response to the anxiety and uncertainty that unexpected changes can bring. Unexpected changes can trigger intense anxiety for autistic individuals. This isn't about stubbornness, it's a protective mechanism. When routines are broken, the brain has to work overtime to process new information, which can be exhausting and overwhelming. Understanding this helps explain why transitions and surprises are so challenging, and why support and preparation are key for smoother adjustment. Number 8, we find the challenge of navigating unwritten social rules. Neurotypical people often pick up on social cues automatically, but for autistic individuals, this process is effortful and slow. Interpreting body language, tone, or implied meanings requires conscious thought, making social interactions uncertain and sometimes awkward. Despite sincere effort, mistakes happen, leading to misunderstandings and feelings of isolation. Recognizing this struggle can foster greater patience and understanding in social settings. This gap in social processing means autistic people often feel like they're missing an invisible rulebook. Even with practice, the rules can change depending on context or culture, adding another layer of complexity. This isn't a lack of interest in connecting with others, but a reflection of how differently the autistic brain interprets social information. Understanding this helps bridge the gap between intention and perception. Number 7 highlights the intense, narrow focus on special interests. For autistic individuals, these interests go far beyond casual hobbies. They involve deep structural understanding and intrinsic motivation. This passion can lead to remarkable expertise, but it may also cause social friction if cues about others' interest levels are missed. Rather than being self-absorbed, this focus is a source of joy, comfort, and identity. While special interests can be a powerful strength, they sometimes create social challenges. Autistic people may not notice when others lose interest or want to change the topic, leading to misunderstandings. However, these interests are often a lifeline, providing stability and a sense of mastery in a world that can feel unpredictable. Recognizing the value of these passions can help others appreciate the unique strengths autistic individuals bring. Number 6, we explore literal language processing and difficulty with sarcasm or idioms. Many autistic individuals interpret language at face value, which means jokes, sarcasm, or figurative speech can be confusing. Decoding implied meanings requires extra cognitive effort, and repeated misunderstandings can lead to frustration or embarrassment. This isn't a lack of intelligence, but a different way of processing language that deserves patience and clarity. Repeated misunderstandings in conversation can take an emotional toll. Autistic individuals may feel isolated or anxious about speaking up, worried about being misunderstood or laughed at. This can lead to withdrawal or reluctance to participate in group discussions. Creating an environment where clear, direct communication is valued can make a significant difference in building confidence and connection. We've reached the midpoint of our countdown. Now let's take a moment to introduce a helpful resource, the Sharp Mind Blueprint. This tool is designed to build self-awareness and cognitive clarity, empowering viewers to better understand their mental patterns, whether or not they identify as autistic. By exploring your own habits and thought processes, you can gain valuable insights and strategies for navigating life's challenges. Taking time for self-reflection can help anyone, not just autistic individuals, recognize patterns in their thinking and behavior. This awareness is the first step toward making positive changes, reducing stress, and improving relationships. Whether you use a formal tool or simply pause to check in with yourself, the benefits of self-understanding are far-reaching. Number 5 on our list is difficulty regulating emotions. Emotional dysregulation is common among autistic individuals, making it hard to manage strong feelings like frustration, excitement, or sadness. These emotions can feel overwhelming and may lead to outbursts or shutdowns. It's important to understand that this isn't a lack of willpower, but a neurological difference in how emotions are processed and expressed. When emotions become overwhelming, autistic individuals may experience meltdowns or emotional shutdowns. These reactions are not intentional or manipulative, they're the body's way of coping with too much emotional input. Recognizing the signs of emotional overload can help friends, family, and colleagues provide support and understanding, rather than judgment. Developing effective coping strategies is crucial for managing emotional dysregulation. Techniques like deep breathing, sensory breaks, or structured routines can make a big difference. Support from others, along with self-advocacy, helps create a safer environment where emotions can be expressed and managed in healthy ways. Shutdowns are a lesser-known response to emotional or sensory overload. Instead of outward expressions, the individual may become quiet, withdrawn, or unresponsive. This is a protective mechanism, allowing the brain to recover from overwhelming input. Recognizing shutdowns as a valid response can help reduce stigma and promote better support. Any of these habits are frequently misinterpreted by others. For example, sensory sensitivity might be seen as fussiness, or a need for routine as stubbornness. These stereotypes can be damaging and prevent autistic individuals from receiving the understanding and support they need. Challenging these misconceptions is essential for building a more inclusive society. Empathy is key to understanding autistic experiences. By learning about the reasons behind certain behaviors, we can respond with compassion rather than judgment. This shift in perspective benefits everyone, fostering stronger relationships and more supportive communities. Autistic individuals often communicate differently, whether through tone, body language, or word choice. These differences aren't deficits, they're simply variations in how people express themselves. Recognizing and respecting these differences can help break down barriers and encourage more meaningful connections. Many autistic people prefer direct, clear communication. This can sometimes be perceived as bluntness, but it's actually a strength, reducing misunderstandings and making intentions clear. Embracing directness can improve teamwork, relationships, and daily interactions. Social interactions can be draining for autistic individuals, even when they enjoy spending time with others. The effort required to process social cues, manage sensory input, and regulate emotions can lead to social fatigue. Recognizing the need for downtime and recovery is essential for well-being. Taking breaks after social activities isn't avoidance, it's a way to recharge and maintain mental health. For autistic people, this recovery time is crucial for processing experiences and preparing for future interactions. Supporting these needs helps prevent burnout and promotes long-term well-being. Stimming refers to repetitive movements or sounds like hand flapping or humming that help regulate sensory and emotional input. While it may look unusual to outsiders, stimming is a valuable coping mechanism for many autistic individuals. It provides comfort, focus, and relief from stress. Stimming is often misunderstood as disruptive or problematic, but it's usually harmless and deeply beneficial. Suppressing stimming can increase anxiety and discomfort. Instead, creating environments where stimming is accepted can help autistic individuals feel safer and more at ease. Some autistic individuals seek out certain sensory experiences while others avoid them. This can include preferences for specific textures, sounds, or movements. Both sensory seeking and avoidance are ways of managing sensory input and maintaining balance. The environment plays a huge role in how autistic individuals experience the world. Sensory-friendly spaces, flexible routines, and understanding people can make daily life much more manageable. Small changes like adjusting lighting or reducing noise can have a big impact. Masking involves hiding autistic traits to fit in with social expectations. This can include suppressing stimming, forcing eye contact, or mimicking social behaviors. While masking may help avoid negative attention, it's exhausting and can lead to burnout or mental health challenges. The effort required to mask autistic traits can be immense. Over time, this can lead to anxiety, depression, and a loss of self-identity. Encouraging authenticity and acceptance helps reduce the need for masking and supports healthier, happier lives. Despite the challenges, autistic individuals often possess remarkable strengths. These can include attention to detail, creative problem-solving, and deep expertise in areas of interest. Recognizing and valuing these strengths is just as important as understanding the difficulties. Neurodiversity is the idea that differences in brain function are natural and valuable. Embracing neurodiversity means celebrating the unique perspectives and talents that autistic individuals bring to the world. This mindset shift benefits everyone, fostering innovation and inclusion. Advocacy is about speaking up for the needs and rights of autistic individuals. Self-advocacy empowers people to express their preferences, ask for accommodations, and participate fully in society. Supporting advocacy efforts helps create a more equitable world. Community support makes a significant difference in the lives of autistic individuals. Connecting with others who share similar experiences provides validation, encouragement, and practical advice. Building inclusive communities benefits everyone, not just those on the spectrum. Education is key to reducing stigma and increasing understanding. Learning about autism, whether through personal stories, research, or training, helps dispel myths and promote acceptance. Awareness campaigns and open conversations are powerful tools for change. Families and caregivers play a crucial role in supporting autistic individuals. Their understanding, patience, and advocacy can make a world of difference. Providing resources, respite, and community connections helps caregivers maintain their own well-being while supporting their loved ones. Inclusive workplaces recognize the value of neurodiversity and make accommodations for autistic employees. This can include flexible schedules, sensory-friendly environments, and clear communication. Embracing diversity leads to more innovative, productive teams. Simple accommodations can have a big impact. Things like written instructions, quiet workspaces, and understanding supervisors help autistic employees thrive. These changes benefit everyone by creating a more supportive and adaptable workplace. Building friendships can be challenging for autistic individuals, but meaningful connections are possible and deeply rewarding. Patience, open-mindedness, and shared interests help form strong bonds. Everyone benefits from diverse friendships and perspectives. Every autistic person is unique with their own strengths, challenges, and preferences. Celebrating individuality means recognizing and honoring these differences, rather than trying to fit everyone into the same mold. This approach fosters acceptance and self-esteem. Allies play an important role in supporting autistic individuals. By listening, learning, and advocating for inclusion, allies help create environments where everyone can thrive. Small acts of kindness and understanding go a long way. It's important to look beyond labels and see the whole person. Autism is just one aspect of identity, and everyone has a unique story. By focusing on strengths, interests, and aspirations, we can build more inclusive and supportive communities. There are many resources available for those who want to learn more about autism. Books, podcasts, online communities, and advocacy organizations offer valuable information and support. Exploring these resources can deepen understanding and inspire positive change. To sum up, the top 10 misunderstood autistic habits reveal both the challenges and strengths of the autistic experience. By understanding the reasons behind these behaviors, we can replace judgment with empathy and support. Everyone benefits from a more inclusive, accepting world. As we move forward, let's commit to learning, listening, and supporting one another. Whether you're autistic, a family member, a friend, or an ally, your efforts make a difference. Together, we can create a world where everyone feels seen, valued, and understood.